Namaste to all the participants and extend a cordial welcome to all our participants, easier with the family, to yet another session of Gurukula. Today it is 23rd episode of Gurukula, and today we have Dr. Deva Vijayan with us for presenting on a very interesting topic related to Ashta Ksheera, or goat milk. So before that, I would like to extend cordial welcome to Dr. Deva Vijayan on behalf of Easy Ayurveda and behalf of Easy Ayurveda family and all of us. Welcome to Gurukula session, Dr. Deva. I would like to give a brief introduction of Dr. Deva Vijayan to our participants here. So previously working as medical officer at Vaidya Healthcare Ayurveda Hospital. So Dr. Deva has good experience in providing primary healthcare services, and also very much skilled in Panchakarma therapies and especially leaf therapies. So she has plenty of hobbies to go with like painting, gardening, dancing, and listening to the music. Currently, Dr. Deva Vijayan is pursuing her second year MD post-graduation studies in the Department of Dravyaguna at A.L.N. Rao Ayurveda Medical College, Koppa, Karnataka, Bharat. So today, Dr. Deva Vijayan will be presenting to us the topic benefits of Ashta Ksheera in Ayurveda with the recent researches. Without wasting any time, I hand it over to Dr. Deva Vijayan. Dr. Deva, it's all yours.
Today I will be presenting regarding the benefits of Ashta Ksheera in Ayurveda with recent researches. As we all know that Ksheera plays a major role. That is, Ksheera means milk. Milk plays a major role in our day-to-day basis. As a newborn is born, it is fed up with mother's milk, that is breast milk. So it is that important that one need to know much regarding Shira. So in Ayurveda, our Acharyas in Ashtanga Hridaya, Acharya had mentioned that about Ashta Ksheeras. Ashta Ksheeras are like human milk, that is Nari Dugdha, and the other seven sources of milks are Abhikshira, that is sheep milk, Ajakshira, goat milk, Gokshira, cow milk, Mahisha Shira, that is buffalo milk, Ushtra Shira is camel milk, Hasti Shira, that is elephant milk, and Ashvi Shira, that is mare milk. These are the eight types of milk as explained in Ashtanga Hridaya by Acharya. We all know that milk is considered, this goat milk is said by Mahatma Gandhi as poor man's milk. So that we need to know much regarding the benefits, indications by different acharyas, and the qualities of goat milk by different acharyas, and also the medicinal use where it is used, the chemical compounds in it, and the nutritional and therapeutic values that can be given to the children, and also the recent researches that proved that goat milk is good, and the references. So now we can move upon to the slides. Before moving into the qualities of Ajja Dukta, that is goat milk, I will be just mentioning you regarding what is the to who all are Acharya Bhava Prakasha had mentioned the Dugdhapana, who all can consume milk. They are like after purgation, emesis, and basti, those who are administered with the goat milk, with milk, then it can increases the ojas and chronic fever, psychiatric illness. It is indicated in tuberculosis patients, fainting, vertigo, and in irritable bowel syndromes, anemia, excessive thirst condition. It can be consumed, and in cardiac diseases, as it is a cardiac protective, it can be given. And in types of pain, in abdominal pain, and also if the vada is there moving in the opposite direction, milk can be consumed. Abdominal tumors, urinary disorders, and in anorectal diseases, milk is indicated in the form of medicines, and in anal polyps, and in hemorrhagic disorders, and in loose stools like diarrhea. Milk is having an excellent quality that it binds up with the stool. So it can be given in loose stools also. In pelvic disorders, tiredness, like in bleeding disorders during pregnancy, and in children, old age, and those who are having excessive thirst, hunger in sexual intercourse, thin person, emaciated persons, Shira. Then we will move on to the qualities of Ajadukta. Ajadukta, what are the qualities of Aja and its qualities, its milk qualities? So as we all know that each animal have its own activity. Like cow is not always moving; it is having a heavy body, so it will be always resting and eating some food. But goat is different from a cow, that it will be always having doing activities, and it will eat more kadu tikta foods like pungent and bitter tasty foods it will be taking, and it is having, so that it is having a small sized body. And also the milk that is yield from the goat can cures all kind of diseases, like it pacifies the tridoshas. And the milk is having similar quality like cow milk, like it is madura, it is sweet in potency, and it is snigdha, it is ushna, it is hot in potency, and it decreases vada and kapha doshas. Here also Acharya has mentioned that due to its activities like drinking less quantity of water, moving throughout, active throughout the day, and takes tikta and kadu food like bitter and pungent food, and it so that its milk is considered to be light for digestion. So it can be used in curing the diseases like wasting of muscles, so that it can build up milk can build up the muscles, give bone strength, and also it is used in jora conditions and in shwasa. It adds excellent medicine in shwasa diseases like asthma kind of diseases, and in any kind of bleeding disorders also. The formulations of Ajadukta, that is goat milk, can be considered. And in Adisara, in diarrhea, it can be given. Here again, Acharya Susruta had mentioned the same qualities and the disease conditions where Ajadukta can be given. Before moving on to the next slide, I will be just mentioning some other points that is not mentioned in the slides provided, like the chemical constituents of goat milk. Goat milk is a rich source of proteins, fat, carbohydrates, minerals, and several vitamins, fatty acids, amino acids, immunoglobulins. All these things are a content of goat milk. So, when we consider the protein, we can see that casein is present in goat milk, that acts as the main protein in the milk. It is 80% of the protein is found in casein, that is present in goat milk, so that the milk products like cheese, dairy supplements, yogurt all contains more amount of casein that helps in slow down the digestion in person, and it's providing sustainable release of amino acids in it. And next content is that it is having fats in the form of saturated and unsaturated fats. Like unsaturated fats, like it remains healthiest fat in the body, and also it contains higher proportion of short chain fatty acids that helps it in maintaining the insulin level, and in it helps for the diabetic mellitus patients also. Again, the goat milk is having carbohydrates in the form of lactose. Lactose is a sugar content in the milk, so it is a primary carbohydrate in goat milk. So it is having slightly lower lactose compared to cow milk. So cow milk is having more fat content. In this, the fat is less in goat milk. So it can be easily digested. So that it is told that goat milk is legu to digest because it is having very less fat molecules, so that it is easy to digest, and it is having minerals like phosphorus, magnesium, potassium, and all. So this phosphorus will help in low fat. Phosphorus is mainly present in the milk that is containing low fat content like goat milk and all. So magnesium is the another content present in the goat milk, like it helps in bone growth, and in it regulates the BP of the patient, and it maintains the electric conductivity also. And potassium will help in regulating the BP, and also in heart diseases and in stroke also. And these minerals all together help in the bone health. There are rich amount of vitamins present in goat milk. They are vitamin A, vitamin B. In B also it's having B1, B2, B3, B6, B12, and vitamin D, E, and K. These are the rich source of vitamins present in goat milk. Another one more thing that it goat milk is having selenium content. Selenium content, what selenium content does in the body means it will boost the immunity and provide hair and nail health. So that another rich content is selenium. Also, zinc, zinc is also present. Like it is goat is eating kadu and tiktarasa. It will the milk is having zinc also in it. That will help in healing the wounds and immunity, and it also help in the taste and smell perception. And fatty acid like omega 3 and 6 present in goat milk. Again, amino acids like essential and non-essential amino acids are also present that will be helping in various physiological process by consuming the goat milk, and it helps in cardiovascular health, and in it is helpful in anti-inflammatory conditions also. As the immunoglobulins are present in goat milk, it can be it plays an antibiotic role in the body, and also the enzymes like lactose and lipids are present in the milk. It helps in digestion of fats. Like bioactive enzymes like peptin is present in the goat milk. It helps in blood pressure regulation, and also antioxidant properties present in it. So these all are the chemical compounds present in the goat milk. Like it is proteins, fat, carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, several fatty acids, and elements like selenium, zinc, copper, amino acids, immunoglobulins, enzymes, and bioactive peptides all together combines with the goat milk. And one more thing is that if the goat consumes good diet, and it is in the good environmental, or it is growing in an environmental in a good geometric area, then the composition of milk also varies according to the nutrition, therapeutic property, content, chemical constituents, everything in the goat milk will vary accordingly. And there are another health benefits of goat milk as it helps in stronging the bonds, like it is having calcium, helps in bone, so that it helps our bone growth and bone density. The phosphorus will keep it healthy, and also it boosts the immune systems, like it is having the capacity as a antibodies helps to fight the infection and boost our immune system. Again, this goat milk is having better skin health, like it is having vitamins and minerals in its rich amount of vitamins and minerals, so that it helps our skin in a better health. It is having lactic acid content in that, which is very helpful in natural exfoliation of our skins, so that dead skills can go by its own and promote in better new cells growth. And goat milk is also helpful in it improves the sleep and promote relaxation to the brain, as it having all these properties. And again, it is given that there are many decoctions, preparations, gridas, lepanas, so many other medicinal preparation also enrich the goat milk, like Ajashira. And there are some of the therapeutic properties I will be mentioning here are: the goat milk is having that tridoshakna property, that it will maintain the tridosha in a balanced state, and it is having nutritional properties, like it is rich in proteins, fat, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, and fatty acids. It will maintain the nutritional value also, and it helps in immune development in asthma conditions and all. It is given for a diet. goat milk can be given for a diet in a younger age so that it can prevent asthma related bronchial conditions, and it enhances the digestibility. It can be a study proved that goat milk will digest in 20 minutes compared to cow milk. Cow milk will, once the cow milk is consumed, it will take 2 hours of time to digest in our body. But comparing to the goat milk, it only takes 20 minutes for digestion, as it is having very less fat in it. And it is recommended for people who are having weak digestion also, because it increases the digestion capacity and increases the agni fire in the body. And it helps in, as it is having calcium content, it helps in health of our bones and teeth. It is helpful in psoriasis condition and eczema, as it is having the exfoliation capacity in the form of different medicine or as used naturally can. And for nourishment during surgeries, like before surgery, doctors will recommend Ajak Shira in some conditions, it will increase the immunity and maintain the health and energy of the patient. So it can be considered for patients who are going before surgery. And also it is having the property, the mothers are not having breast milk, it is also given for mothers to induce the breast milk in mothers. It is also having a very good effect in the mind and nervous system. Like it calms down the mind and nervous system. It is indicated for patients having stress and anxiety. So these are the conditions where this goat milk can be a good source. There is a comparison, uh, there are different types of Ashta Ksheera, like I have mentioned previously, Ajashira, goat milk, cow milk, camel milk, buffalo milk. So that I am just telling the properties of that. Goat milk is easy to digest and it is having nutritional values. And but comparing to cow milk, it is easy to digest. Cow milk is a rich source of calcium and it helps in bone health. And it is traditionally used, both the medicines, both cow milk and goat milks, both are traditionally used in Ayurvedic preparations. And also this camel milk can have the lower in fat and cholesterol. So it is also a rich source of vitamin and it is having a salt content in it. It can be a best tolerant for lactose. And also the buffalo milk, it is having high fat content, so and rich in calcium. It is used in places like more kapha pradhana place, if the patient is having excessive hunger, in that condition we can give, to subside his hunger, we can give, advise the patient to take buffalo milk, so that his it the digestion of buffalo milk will take little more time, so more time than compared to cow milk also. So the patient hunger can be maintained for little more times. Here, some other medicinal preparations that can be used in Ayurveda, that are used in Ayurvedas are medicinal preparations like goat milk as an ingredient in Mahatriphala Grida. In Mahatriphala Grida, the goat milk is used and it is indicated in eye disorders. Those who are having eye disorders, they are recommended with Mahatriphaladi Gridam. And in Pinda Taila, like gout conditions, it is recommended, and it is one of the content is our goat milk. And in Saraswata Grida, I told, in neurological diseases, in especially in children, it is recommended. Saraswata Grida is recommended. The one of the content of Saraswata Grida is also goat milk. And in Kungumadi Leba, it is helping in exfoliation, so that in Kungumadi Leba, Kungumadi Taila, main one of the ingredient is milk, goat milk, that it cures the acne, scars in the face and all. So in Somanatha Rasa is given for the patient having frequent urination. In such conditions, Somanatha Rasa is given. One of the content is goat milk. Also in Charaka Sutra Sthana, third chapter, in it is mentioned that wheat and wheat plus goat milk can be given for gout related diseases. And in Ayurveda Prakasha by Bhava Prakasha mentions that in Rasanjana, as a Rasanjana, it can be given for any diseases of Netra Rogas. In eye disorders, it can be recommended. Like equal quantity of goat milk is mixed with the Kashaya, and it is mixed with the Aruharidra, and it is reduced and then made into Varti form, like wick form, and it can be applied in the eyes for any kind of eye diseases. And in one of the preparation like Masikalpana is one kind of charcoal kind of preparation that is used in Hastidanda Masi in alopecia condition where the patches of hair will be going in such condition. It is used in in alopecia like Indralupta, that is alopecia, is an Ayurvedic form preparation is Hastidandamasi. In that the Rasanjana and the Ajadupta is mixed and it is applied over the affected part, and it can cure the illness. Again, in Neelabringadi Taila, that is for hair growth. In hair growth, this Taila is made with the Dravadravyas like equal quantity of goat milk and cow milk with the medicated herbs. It is made. In Sahasra Yoga, the reference is available. And in Anutaila, that is for Nasya, according to Ashtanga Hridaya, equal quantity of goat milk is an ingredient. Again, in Mahanarayana Taila, in Vadavyadis, by Baishaja Ratnavali, it can be used. These are some of the preparations where this Ajadukta, goat milk, is used in this medicinal preparation, and there are some ingredients, there are some medications where ajamamsa is used like ajamamsa rasayana, mahamasha taila. In all these things, ajamamsa is used as a content. Now we will be seeing the medicinal uses of goat according to Susruta Samhita reference as Ajadugda mixed with Gokshura Bija Churna and Madhu, and it is consumed for 7 days to remove Ashmari. In renal stones, this goat milk is mixed with Gokshura Bija Churna and advised with Madhu for 7 days. That can take out the stones in urinary tract. And in Vrana Chikitsa, like in wound healing, it can be used in the form of like once we are observing a wound with a blackish discoloration and it is non-healed. In such conditions, Pandu karma a beneficial in these vranas like Rohini phala is made into paste. This Rohini phala is made into paste with equal quantity of goat milk and applied over the vrana. It can act good in vrana shodhana, and also in Vada Rekta conditions, the Taila, Multin, and these are heated with goat milk and it is given to the patient along with the honey and jaggery. So it also act in a good manner. In Bilvadi Taila, like in Badidya conditions, it can be given like we should take the bilva leaves and we need to make it to kalka foam, and we have to mix the gomutra to that, and til taila sesame oil and this goat milk in equal quantity and heat it until we are seeing the um, oil content in the above oil content should come above the preparation, so that we can understand that the paga is correct, so that it can be used in Badidya condition. And the powder of this multin, sharkara, lodra, paisya, sariva, etc. are mixed with goat milk and madhu, and it can be given in bleeding disorders. Again, Ajadugda can be recommended for patients are having emaciation and also tuberculosis, and in Naktandya condition also it is recommended. Goat milk can be recommended. Here there is a picture regarding the goat milk, like health benefits of goat milk. Goat milk, what are the products that is obtained from goat milk, and bioactive compounds that are present in goat milk, and also the processing techniques that are required in the goat milk. Like the products that can be obtained in goat milk are, it is the whole milk can be used or the skim milk can be used. cheese, yogurt, milk products, fermented form of goat milk can be also consumed. As it is having casein and whey protein. Whey protein means it is given for gym people like who want to make body building, muscle building. It is given in the form of whey. It is given like, but if it is goat milk is consumed, it we will get it directly. It is a complete protein that is necessary for our body needs, and it can support the muscle health and immunity. So it will build up that, and it is having fatty acids and phospholipids, oligosaccharides in it as a content. And there are various ways of processing the goat milk, like pasteurization method, pulse electric field, microfiltration method, ultrafiltration, HHP, and ultrasound are the various ways of milk processing. And the health benefits that it will prevent an allergy, diabetics, hypertension, and it is good. It will prevent microbial action in the gut, and also it will cure the inflammation also. Goat milk can be used as the best medicine. And again, coming to the nutritional and therapeutic value of Ajak Sheera, that is goat milk in children, we can see that goat milk has high amount of conjugated linoleic acids playing important role in immune system. It as I have mentioned previously, that it helps in the immunity, it helps in developing the immune system, and also help in growth production, and it will prevent many sort of diseases. And goat milk is a rich source of vitamins, minerals, thiamine, and all other chemical constituents in that. It can be cured, it can be used in curing diseases like bleeding disorders, diarrhea, malnutrition in children, and in cough condition also it is given. Also in fever and tuberculosis also it acts as a best medicine. As it is mentioned that Ajak Sheera, that is goat milk, is easy to digest because of its low fat content, and it is the milk is light for digestion, and also it increases the digestive capacity in a person, and also it can be best medicine in breathing disorders, as it is having medicinal properties like it cures the cough, and cures the bleeding disorders also. Any kind of any sort of bleeding disorders it can be administered. And there is a study that transgenic goats, and these goats yields the best milk, so that it is having the high rates in childhood diarrhea. So this milk, the transgenic milk that is made, that can be given in childhood diarrhea, it acts best. This is a proven article. And now we will move upon to the recent articles and researches. So here there is a recent article published in the year 2020 in PubMed. It shows that goat milk will increase the immunity. Indirectly, goat milk can be given in allergy, bronchial asthma, etc. condition, because it works well, as the properties of goat milk already said in Ayurveda can be compared to this study. And also another article published in the year 2017 tells us that intestinal anti-inflammatory effects of goat whey on DNBS induced colitis in mice. Here it is telling that anti-inflammatory signs in IBS, goat milk can be given as an because goat milk can be given because it will reduce the inflammation. As I have already mentioned that that is a complete protein that can be given to the people to build up their immunity, and also in increasing the muscle growth. So this study is also proved that it is having an anti-inflammatory action. And again, it is having low fat density, so it can be given in obesity. So that here there is a study in 2020-22 August in PubMed, that publishes that in mice that is fed with like an experimental study that was done with mice, where the mice was fed with a high fat diet, and also can cause insulin resistance and hepatostenosis. All these conditions were induced into the mice, and then the goat milk was given. So the study proved that it can prevent obesity. By doing this, the study was proved that it cured excessive fat in the body, as it is used in Staulia for and it is also good for skeletal muscles and in liver conditions, premeha and PCOD and all conditions. We can recommend patients with goat milk. Another study tells us that the antibacterial activity of goat milk. The study also proved that the lactic acid bacteria of bioconservation of milk and way from goat milk to release biomolecules with antibacterial activity. Again, the goat milk in 2016, another article was published that it is having toxicity induced by anti-tubercular drugs. As we all know that tuberculosis, we are recommending 6 months of treatment for that. This study is this study tells us that it worked very good in hepatotoxicity. So goat milk can be again used in such conditions. So concluding this, we can tell that it goat milk is helpful in patients who are suffering from high blood pressure and high sugar levels, and also obesity, PCOD, and in liver conditions, and also maintaining the tridoshas, and it is having less amount of fat. It can be said that it is not causing any obesity in patient. And also there are some medications that tells us that ashwagandha lepa, like some lepas in Ayurveda, like it's a semi-solid consistency preparation that will help in rejuvenation properties, that helps in rejuvenating the person cells and all, and also reduces the strength and vitality in a patient. Another one more thing is that it is having less folic acid in it, so that it can be it is having folic acid content in that, so it can be given for women if, in the age of childbearing, so that once it is consumed, it adds the similar property, like it will help to prevent from neural tubal pregnancy defects and all other things. And it is having folic acid rich source. It is rich in it is having less of folic acid, so that it tells that it helps in developing baby's brain, skull, spinal cord, and in during the pregnancy also. So the person who is consuming, or the children who is consuming this goat milk may live with less anemia. So for this condition, we can recommend them with green leafy vegetables like turnip, spinach, lettuce, all this broccoli and sprouts, like sunflower seeds, peanuts, beans, and all, or the liver of some animals, everything, or aquatic foods, everything can be given as a good source. Hereby, I would like to conclude benefits of goat milk and its qualities, and recent researchers and the studies that had proven about Ajakshira.
Thank you for that presentation, Dr. Deva. Yeah, so my question is goat's milk used in lesser proportions or preferred by less people in comparison to the cow's milk? Cow's milk is very popular, as we know. And we also had a shloka where you said, Master Sushruta has mentioned that cow's milk and goat's milk are having similar properties. So, second question is, can we have goat's milk as a direct substitute to cow's milk?
Yes, like goat milk is considered to be the best milk after nari milk. Comparing to the best milk is human milk. And here it tells that after breast milk, the next milk is that goat milk. It can be given to the babies of any age. Like it won't cause any kind of irritation to the gut health, and it is having antimicrobial activity. So it can be considered to be as a best source, and it is not having much fat content in it. So it can be recommended for any people.
So, have you come across people using a lot of goat's milk? So, I personally have seen people who use goat's milk, no doubt about that. But as a first preference, have you seen in your region or somewhere using goat's milk? What's your personal experience also? Have you ever
Sir,
used goat's milk?
yes, sir. I have a personal experience with my elder sister. She was having severe bronchial issues in her childhood. So we were taking many allopathy medicines and Ayurvedic medicines, but still there was less cure in that. So once we went for a doctor, there the doctor had recommended my sister to go with the goat milk, where once she started consuming the goat milk, her asthma related problems had come to an end, and up to now I can tell that she is not having any respiratory tract diseases when compared to her childhood. And also the doctor had advised her to do a dance also along with that, so that her respiratory system, immunity, and all will as I have already mentioned that consuming goat milk, it is very good for respiratory like asthma conditions, and also it will increase the immunity in the patient. So it worked very good with my sisters.
And coming to your sister, that was a good experience shared there by Dr. Deva. So nothing like personal experience, having seen it some from close. And when it is a first degree relative, that's quite obvious that we have noticed every part of it. And since goat's milk was given to her, was it given to your sister as a substitute to cow's milk? I want to know
Yes, sir.
whether the
Yes, sir.
respiratory allergies and problems she had was due to goat's milk, or because she had respiratory issues, the doctor advised goat's milk as an important dietetic inclusion.
Along with her medicines, Ayurvedic medicines, the goat milk was asked to be taken as the anupana. So she was taking it in the early morning, like 1 glass of goat milk and the medications. That is, Ekamulika Prayoga was given along with the goat milk. So it worked very good with my sisters.
That's nice. So, can we also infer in the process of discussion that goat's milk is not just a dietetic inclusion, it is also a medicine?
Yes, sir. It can be considered as a medicine because in many medicinal preparations like Anu Taila, Mahanarayana Taila, and for Neelabrangadi Taila, so many like for hair, bones, for eye disorders, so many conditions we are using goat milk as a constituents in the preparation of medicines.
So my question is about the medicinal preparation. It is good that goat's milk is used as a base to prepare many medicines. My
Medicine,
question was
base.
when we consume goat's milk.
Uh,
Anyhow, we know it acts like a
yes,
food,
sir.
but it also has it
Yes,
also
sir.
has medicinal properties. So it can be diet with medicinal properties. So like it has an advantage. That was my question.
Yes, sir. We can ask as an alternative to cow milk. Cow milk and goat milk is having almost similar properties. Like is sweet in taste, and they are having goat milk take lesser time in digestion, so that it can be given for people who are having less appetite, so that their appetite can be increased when compared to cow milk, because cow milk will take much time, like 2 hours to digest. So and it is having more fat content in it, so we can recommend as a goat instead of cow milk, we can recommend goat milk also, sir. And for diet
Thank you
also,
there.
in
We'll take up
children of any age, goat milk can. Hello,
yeah.
sir.
So thank you there. And Vasanta Reddy madam, please go ahead and you can interact with Dr. Deva.
Thank you, Dr. Vishnupriya. This is a very interesting talk. My question is, why is cow's milk traditionally the preferred milk as opposed to goat milk, given the nutritional and medicinal properties? And then what are the factors that make cow milk more popular according to Vaidya, could it be the taste, given that the goats eat more pungent herbs that carries into the milk?
I'd like to interfere here. Vasanta Reddy, madam, the question continues from where you are explaining. So, if I'm not wrong, in spite of having so much of medicinal properties, why people prefer cow's milk over goat's milk? So, I think that was question by Vasanta Reddy, madam. Why still people prefer a lot of cow's milk in spite of having goat's milk, which has more medicinal properties? So that was the
Because
question.
we are not aware much about the goat milk, and also there is less production of goat milk, so that we are preferring more amount of cow's milk comparing to other milk.
And also because it is very popular for ages, we know that we need to consume. So it's gone through generations. Yeah, Doctor. Just before Dr. Rajnikant Patel has raised his hand, so we know Dr. Rajnikant Patel has adequately used, for those who don't know, camel's milk during the COVID period, and so it's one of his favorite prescriptions.
So I would go with continuation of question to the Dr. Vasanta Madam. Why is cow milk is preferred more nowadays everywhere and not cow milk? The madam has answered correctly. It is a become tradition that oh, cow is great, cow is great. And when we see Hindu people, they will tell cow is our cow mata. It's okay. It is. We have a traditional value in our culture, but due to this it has become superior, and it is for in general because of a lot of availability in every village. So cow milk is said. So as soon as the person is healthy, it is recommended to take a cow milk. It's okay. But when we see the disease wise, then we have a different list of this milk. For example, if krumi is there, then all milk are strictly contraindicated in krumi rope. Krumi rope. Only camel milk is indicated. When we see the Acharya Charaka has written that when we want to when we want to control the movement anywhere. For example, Parkinson is there, Kampwata is there, or any such movement. When we need to control, then he has explained that the person who has the animal who has two khar in his leg, not two, I think one khar. No, we have a animal's leg. When we see some have three खर इनसाइड द लेग. खर मतलब रघुराम सर इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं, आई डोंट नो. पैर के नीचे जो डिजाइन रहता है ना, वो हॉर्स का.
We call it as hoof, HWF.
So the animal which has one in number in their leg, that animal's milk should be used when we want to control the excess movement. So there is a different kind of disease where we have to use different milk from different animal. And cow is, as I said, it is a very much traditionally famous in our Hindu culture. So it is become superiority, no doubt. In Ayurveda also everywhere use of cow milk is indicated. But disease wise, when we see Rajekshma Chikitsa, we use goat milk more. When we see Yakrut Rog, that time also we use more of this goat milk. And one more example or the probable reason behind this is the cow will be sitting. Sometime cow will be sitting, sometime cow will be roaming in the ground. But when we compare it to the goat we see very hardly sleeping or sitting. Hardly they will sleep in daily, and mostly daytime they will be roaming everywhere, and goat will eat everything. Almost every herbs they will eat. When we compare to this with a cow or buffalo, they will eat selected herbs. I belongs to the farmer family, and I know when we go to the for feeding them in the ground, they will eat selected plant only. But when goat will be there, goat will eat all the plants. And there is a different quality of milk based on the time, morning and evening quality of a cow milk. So Acharya Sushruta says the cow milk of morning, when we take milk from cow in the morning, it is kapha vardhak, because cow is sitting and sleeping whole the night. There is no chalaguna in that. But when we take same milk of same cow in the evening, it is ayu vardhak and kapha shamak, because all the day cow is roaming everywhere. So based on this, cow's guna milk quality has been explained. So I think this was my input for Vasanta Madam's questions.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajnikant, for value adding. Again, goat as an active animal, and also the cow's milk's qualities, what Dr. Rajnikant was telling. The qualities differ in the morning and also in the evening. Morning, because it has slept overnight and without no activities at all, it will increase kapha, and by evening, so because it has spent the entire day roaming around, so that activeness so will give the vata shamaka, so that is vata pacifying qualities for cow's milk. That was a wonderful addition, Dr. Rajnikant. The dose of cow's milk and dose of goat's milk will be the same or not? So that's the question by S. Rao. Coming to this dose, I think it is personalized. So this cow's milk or goat's
according
milk
to
will be will be
personal, according
personalized.
to age.
Yeah, and according to the age and according to the satmya, how much the person can tolerate the milk.
Yes.
So again, we are whether we are using cow's milk as like goat's milk as a substitute to cow's milk or not. So many factors need to be considered before deciding the dose. The quantity of milk what we take, so that may differ from person to person, age to age. So yeah, Dr. Rajnikant Patel again. Your inputs.
Yes, Sam, I want to give input about dose. So in Ayurveda, I think nothing can be standardized in terms of
Standardized, yeah.
dose.
Nothing can
Let
be
it be
generalized,
food,
right?
let it be water, or it is not like that 4 liter water all adults should take.
It's
For example,
personalized.
if you give 1 liter of cow milk or 1 liter of goat milk to the two-person, and one is getting digested it in maybe 5 to 6 hours, and for one person it is taking more than 1 day to digestion, and still it is causing ajirna. So it depends on agni bal of the individual patient. So there cannot be a standard guideline or standard numbering in terms of dose, not only for milk but for diet, for medicine also. So this must be a gold thumb rule in Ayurveda.
Absolutely, sir.
There
No
cannot
doubt.
be any standard.
Yes, absolutely right. So generalization of that's what I was was telling there. Dr. Rajnikant Patel made a value-added point there. Nothing can be generalized. So not only personal this one. So as I said, it needs to be personalized. It depends on so many factors before deciding how much quantity of milk or this rule, as Dr. Rajnikant said, is applicable to the other foods also, and also the medicines whatever we take. So it depends on person to person basis, situation to situation basis, and it needs to be decided and monitored as and when the condition occurs. I think S. Rauji has got the answer. Vasanta Reddy madam's question, goat's milk is good for people with kapha dosha constitution, Dr. Deva.
Yes, sir. Goat milk can be given for people with kapha dosha. It can be administered.
Thank you there. And again, Vasanta Reddy madam's question, can goat milk be a good substitute for people with lactose intolerance?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For the people with lactose intolerance, we can administer goat milk.
Okay, so I'd like to add a point here. Lactose is there in cow's milk also. It is there in goat's milk
Yes, sir.
also.
Yes, sir.
But the goat's milk has comparably less lactose in comparison
sir.
to the cow's milk. But still, lactose intolerance will be there with goat's milk. But it can be tried as a temporary substitute to cow's milk before planning anything. So rather than that, I think plant milks would be the ideal substitute. If there is lactose intolerance, it will be in goat's milk or cow's milk. The intolerance levels may differ from one another. So completely goat's milk is doesn't give lactose intolerance. Such any studies haven't proved that. So it does has lactose. It can still give intolerance. A question from Vasanta Reddy madam. Frequent urination is seen in people with prostate enlargement. Would you recommend goat milk in men with prostate condition?
Yes, sir, we can recommend. It's already told that in frequent urination patient, the Somanada Rasa is indicated. I need to look much regarding the Somanada Rasa ingredients so that I can tell much regarding that. So as per my reference, I have understood that in frequent urination people, as a medicine preparation or as a goat milk can be administered.
So some studies also tell likewise that it's not very safe to give goat's milk, or any milk products can be kept to minimum or not used in people having prostate enlargement. And also there I went through a study where it tells that goat's milk has a has some chemicals and also certain types of chemicals which is not good or suitable for prostate enlargement in case of prostate enlargement. So better thing is to avoid goat's milk or the milk and milk products in those suffering from prostate enlargement. So I think that should be the proper reply. So then coming to Vikram Asraniji's question: what is the transgenic goat in which genes are modified? That is a question? Yes, sir, absolutely. Transgenic goat is a goat which has been genetically modified, and so that's a big issue again. Anna Sulajji has a question: can goat milk be a solution for people with allergies to casein in cow's milk?
Sir, casein is like it is the main protein in milk. Almost 80% it is present in goat milk as a protein. So it can slow down the digestion. So in as an allergic condition where we can give it or not.
Absolutely, I think the answer is there. So since casein is a casein and both things can be avoided there, so we can't speak about substitutions going on that. Carry Ayurveda has a question there. Do we use goat ghee? Goat ghee. Have you gone across goat's
Sir,
ghee?
I have while researching, I was just found that goat ghee is also there in some preparation. Like I will just tell you, sir. First, this medicated ghee is prepared from the. First, we should make the goat curd. Then we should churn it, and then we should make into butter. From butter, we are just converting into ghee with the medicinal herbs and then spices. We are adding upon that, and that can be converted into ajagrita, and it improves the immunity and also improves the digestion also.
Okay, thank you there. So as such, I personally haven't seen goat ghee available somewhere. So, but yeah, goat's ghee can be prepared and it can be used in medicine, as Dr. Deva also said. Readily available goat ghee, I haven't come across personally. Coming to Vikram Asrani's, I think it's more than a question. I think it's an opinion here. I can work for the properties of lighter and easier to digest based on my personal experience of goat milk versus cow's milk. Thank you there, sir. Yes, Rauji has something here. When you compare the serving size, it would be for the same person. So if a person is switching to goat milk, what would be the serving size? I think, Esrauji, again, that question has been answered. It's the same person, though it's the same person, but it's two different milks like cow milk and goat milk. The tolerance should be seen first. So because there is swap, so we are switching over from milk to milk. So we don't have solid references to tell that equal quantities of goat's milk can be given as that of cow's milk when we are swapping things or when we are trying to make a transition from cow to cow. I think many factors again need to be looked over. Again, when speaking about milk as a diet or milk as a medicine or milk as anupana, that is a vehicle for the medicines, or in some other form, we are seeing the milk as an individual. So like what does it contain? How does it behave? So it's reaction and interaction in a person's body. So body may respond to different food items in different ways. Again, many factors need to be seen. Again, giving milk for in a prakriti, in particular prakritis, giving milk in particular vikritis. Prakriti means a healthy person, what I want to tell. So if the same person gets like, let's say a person is taking goat's milk 200 ml per day. So if the same person gets some illness, let's say, and the same goat's milk may get intolerant for the same person. So prakriti and vikruti, in these two conditions, normal and abnormal states, the same foods responding, the system, that is the body responding to two different scenarios, so will be totally different. So like that, many factors should be taken, as Dr. Rajnikant has already value added the point that nothing can be generalized. So coming to that particular point about whether yeah, so I had a point here, so which I went through. So I think we had a question just before this. Yeah, in prostate conditions. So have a reference. So while I was going through that, there is a synthetic estrogen which is found in goat's milk, which is found to be harmful for prostate gland. I think this adds to the explanation. But there is a small reference of that synthetic estrogen, which is not good for prostate. So better avoid goat's milk. So in prostate or any kind of milk products shall be kept to minimal or nil. So in prostate enlargement. So that's one thing. And coming to the conclusion of our session. So on behalf of all of us, I would like to extend a hearty thanks to Dr. Deva for extensively presenting the material, important points, and also answering our questions, taking our questions and answering them in a reasonable way. So thanks on behalf of Easy Ayurveda and all our participants, Easy Ayurveda family, to Dr. Deva. Thank you, Dr. Deva. Big thanks and lots of love from Easy Ayurveda. Namaste and thank you.